Reima from the Netherlands. Actually, originally I come from Finland, but I left that country already more than 20 years ago. And after living in a couple of different countries in Europe, since 2017, I'm living here in the beautiful city of The Hague in the Netherlands. I've been part of the uTest community since 2017, but for the first 2 years, I didn't have that much time to dedicate to testing. But for the last 2 years, I would say that the uTest projects and test cycles are part of my daily routines and activities. Even sometimes you will have a quieter periods, but recently I've been involved in a couple of different projects that have kept me quite busy actually. And sometimes it also means that you will have a little bit unusual working times, like in the middle of the night. but that's quite rare, fortunately. I'm a big fan of payment system testing. Payment cycles are absolutely my favorites. Actually, it's quite amazing to see how many different kind of online payment platforms they are out there. And since they are constantly evolving, they are adding new security levels there and so on. That means that they will keep us busy also in the future when they need to be tested. And the payment platform is always in the core of an e-commerce site, for example. That means that all the issues you find in them, they are usually valued as high-value issues by the customer, which is just great. I think that the experience and expertise I have gained during those cycles I have participated in the past, I can already say that I can add quite a bit of value to the customer when testing them and giving my opinions about them. Of course, when you test a payment platform, that means that you have to often make real purchases with the payment methods you have available, like a debit card or credit card. Of course, those purchases are then refunded when the cycle is complete. But I can understand that at the beginning, it may feel a little bit intimidating to make real purchases with your own money for testing purposes. Or at least that was the case for me. But I can say that the refund process works very well, so you don't have to really worry about not getting your money back. So if you are interested, if you are considering participating in a payment test cycle, I would definitely recommend it to give it a try. It's great fun, and you will have a very good shot to find a high-value issues also there. So if you are interested in following my footsteps in this wonderful world of testing, there are a couple of tips that I could give. First, read always carefully what has to be tested and what is not in the scope. Test cycles are not competitions that who will submit the first report or who will submit the most reports. Even if I understand that when you find an issue, you may feel the rush to submit the bug report as soon as possible before somebody else does that and grabs the bonus for it. But I would say that's not necessarily the best possible strategy in the long run. Yeah, I prefer quality over quantity. Yeah, sometimes that means that while I'm still preparing my bug report and isolating well the issue, somebody else has already reported the same issue. But at least when I submit my report, I can be sure that it is prepared, high standard report that follows the standard set by the customer in the cycle. And with time, I can see that with this approach, I will have less rejected issues, and in general, my issues are rated higher. So, and that of course increases my tester rating, and higher tester rating means then more testing opportunities. So I would say that in the long run, quality over quantity is the strategy to follow. Also, positive and open-minded attitude is a very good asset here in uTest. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit irritating and frustrating when your bug is rejected or the team lead asks you add more information. But at the end, remember, they're just doing their job. There is nothing personal in that. And many cases, rejection doesn't necessarily mean that you were somehow wrong in your report. Maybe it was just a matter of opinions, and they are not right or wrong in opinions. They are only different kind of opinions. And of course, remember, every rejection is also a learning point. What you can do to avoid that same kind of rejection in the future. So that was me and my experience in uTest in a nutshell. I hope you liked that. Thanks for watching, and maybe we will see in the next cycle. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.